Belarusha, where the people are working in the fields.
Oi, Greg, could you pipe down a bit with the singing? I feel like my 50 greatest hangovers are fighting in my head right now for the title of Valentine Killer.
I'm sorry, partner. I'm just so thrilled that my all-time favorite musical, Belarusha, is playing at the Artesian. Sorry.
Belarusha? I thought we were going to see Oklahoma.
No, silly. Belarusha is an Oklahoma knockoff made for the Eastern European market in the 70s. It was written by Bogdan and Bogdan, the Soviet Union's most popular musical duo.
Of course. Why did I even ask?
It's still a huge hit in Serbia, although they usually drop the progression of Showstopper at the end of Act 2.
I'm glad I could get us a couple of tickets. Shame, though. I was looking forward to hearing Surrey with a fringe on top.
Oh, they do a version called Tractor with a Goat on Board. It's my third favorite. You'll love it. Look, it's been a week since you and Eris got back from your trip to the past. Do you want to talk about it? You should probably talk about it. I mean, if not with me, then a drunk and licensed therapist.
Not sure there's much to say, Thread. We went after Sycorax, ended up meeting my family from back in the day and gave my childhood self a pep talk and had a heart-to-heart with my bastard of a father. And ended up getting part of my power poached by the evil witch I was trying to stop. Bottom line is this. We need to find my old ancestor and your former jailer Prospero and enlist his help in tracking down Sycorax in the present. Of course, I have no idea where Prospero is or whether he'll be inclined to help us if and when I do find him. On top of all of that, Eris wants to talk to me about my family, and I can't even bring it up without wanting to set my whole life on fire.
Maybe what you need right now is to take your mind off your troubles and lose yourself in a Cold War era ripoff of a classic American musical. And the specialty drink created just for this show, Potato Buzz.
What I need right now is some help, which is in short supply. And I'm pretty sure Potato Buzz is just vodka.
Look, we're almost at the Artesian. We can sit down afterwards and figure out a plan, okay?
Okay.
This is not the Artesian. And Riza Zero GD Book Club? No!
There you are.
Finally.
No, I don't want to be here. Tonight is the only showing of Belarusha.
The only showing? Why would they go to the trouble of putting together a musical for a one-night-only performance? That's not how theater works. Return on investment demands that...
Look, Thread, if the Neon Crossing found us, it's for a good reason. Hey, Anne. Feels like an age since I saw you last.
That's because you never visit. Unless you need something from me.
Classic wobbles.
Well, that's literally how it works.
Not to be rude, but I believe that time may be of the essence here.
GD is right. I have something to show you, Valentine.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
It's from your mother.
My mother? But she's...
Yes, I know. This package was delivered to the previous Inked Goddess over 30 years ago. It came with this letter addressed to you.
Huh. Well, let's have it then.
Dear Pollywog.
And can we turn off the voiceover?
Sorry, Pollywog. Letter's enchanted.
Alright, everybody just turn your ears to the wall or something.
I can physically remove my ears if you wish.
Please don't.
Please do. Shush, no ear transplants.
Dear Pollywog, it is so strange to think that you will not receive this letter for over 30 years. For me, it's only been a day since your visit. Finn has taken to calling you Mr. Big Ears.
Shut it!
Zero, don't interrupt.
See? Even the letter thinks you're rude.
I wasn't even using that name yet when she wrote it.
Where was I? Finn took quite a liking to you, but I suspect he will soon forget your visit altogether, and you will take the place of a storybook character in his mind until one day you look in the mirror and say, "Blimey, there's that old geezer." Time travel spells tend to conceal themselves in one way or another. I hope that my memory of you remains strong and clear, because I sense that I'll never see you again like that, grown up and making your own choices. I've sent you something to help in your quest to find Prospero. Please, be kind to your friends, Pollywog, because you will need them in the days ahead. And listen to Eris. She's got a good head on her shoulders. P.S. I've left explicit instructions with the proprietor for the handling of the contents of this package. Best of luck.
Well, that was only mildly embarrassing.
You call that mild?
P.S. Finn has decided that Mr. Big Ears shall be the name of your naughty doll. Okay, bye for real this time.
So that's why I called that doll Big Ears.
Can always get worse. Wobbles.
It too, Reza?
I think he prefers Mr. Big Ears.
Mr. Valentine, perhaps you can take some comfort in knowing I once accidentally replaced my ears with a pair much too large for my head. It took several days to find a pair of more suitable size to commandeer.
If you're all done messing around, let's get started.
What are we getting started on, exactly?
Your mother was no slouch. She figured that Prospero was hiding somewhere outside of the physical realm.
You mean like the abyss?
Prospero isn't going to expose himself to the kind of risk a genuine dimension would entail. Julia thought that he'd probably find a place where he could set himself up as a king or a god. A place where everything would be arranged to his liking.
Disneyland?
A Dave and Buster's?
A private toilet stall? What? Think, what does Prospero love more than anything else?
A good story. When I was bound to his service, he couldn't get enough of them.
Exactly.
So you're saying that Prospero is hiding away from us in a story? But which one?
No idea. You'll have to enter the world to find out. But here's the thing, and I need you to remember this. It's easy to get lost in a story. Spend too much time in there, and you risk forgetting yourself and becoming a background character, or something even more dire.
A villain?
Worse, the hero.
Ew!
In fact, that's why all of you are here. If Valentine goes in alone, there's a good chance he'll forget who he is and end up believing he's the main character. So he'll literally contract main character syndrome. That tracks.
Oh, come on!
Don't want to see Prospero ever again. But if it helps Valentine, I'm in.
And who's gonna watch your back? I'm going to.
I'm not sure if I have a mind to lose, so I feel I can be a positive presence.
And I'm bored. But yeah, count me in.
Alright, what do I have to do?
Just put your hand in the box.
I'm not keen on putting my hand inside some strange box. What's inside it? Pain!
You must not fear, Wobbles. Fear is the mind killer.
The spice must flow!
I'm not entirely sure how to describe the entity in the box, but it will allow interdimensional travel between layers of reality.
I've fondled worse things in my time. Probably.
Please don't say fondle ever again.
Wait, you may need to find your own way back, in which case I can enchant an object to act as a kind of beacon. Valentine, may I see your hat?
I sort of had some bedhead going on underneath here, but okay.
Here you go.
Alright, let's get this story started. Feels like it's been 15 minutes of setup and banter. Okay, hand in the box. That is not pleasant. What is that? Blorp. Schmoz. That is the worst way to travel, and I've taken via rail. Wow, this place is garishly colourful. Feels like I'm getting stabbed in the eyes by Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z? Everything is weird.
Where is everyone? Weren't Riza, Zero, and GD supposed to come with us?
I don't know. Maybe they landed in different parts of the story. Like they're all hanging around at the finale, waiting for us to show up.
Valentine, I think we landed on somebody.
You certainly did. And you killed me. You pair of idiots.
How are you still talking if you're dead?
Yeah, you're pretty verbose for a corpse.
The author never gave me any good lines when I was alive. But now, I'm out of the story. I'm free to say whatever I want.
Wait, aren't you Sycorax? You terrorized my family and stole a piece of my power. Did you follow us here?
Sycorax. I suppose that was my name, wasn't it? Here, I'm known as the...
Yay! She's dead! We're free!
Yay!
We're free!
She's dead!
She's dead! We're free!
Come again.
You killed the evil enchantress of over here.
She was so evil! Just the worst.
Really? What did she do?
Oh, she would, be mean to us. And stuff. So mean. Like, coming up to us all, and threatening to turn us into shifters.
Not to, point out the obvious, but you lot are clearly shifters.
The fiend! She must have done it when we weren't looking.
What were you before?
I was a chartered accountant.
I sold auto parts.
I suffered from narcolepsy.
I think you still suffer from narcolepsy.
Yeah, but now you're a narcoleptic shifter. How ridiculous is that?
They were morons, is what they were. I didn't do a thing to them. Except for the narcolepsy. That was a spell gone wrong.
What? Just like they said, narcolepsy.
Really should have seen that one coming.
Enough of the comic relief. We're looking for a fella named Prospero.
Prospero?
You mean the Prospero? The one and only?
Yes.
Not Prospero.
Yes. Prospero.
Never heard of him.
Why did you make it sound like you knew who I was talking about?
You seem so excited. I didn't want to disappoint you.
I swear to Hecate I'm gonna murder all three of you and stick you in a hole with that witch.
Huh? Was he just asking about Prospero?
Don't you dare say.
Can't say I've heard of him.
Oh, for the love of...
But I bet the magician could help you.
The magician?
That's right! The excellent magician of Schmoz.
For your sake, I hope that's someone you've heard of.
Of course I have.
Everyone knows the excellent magician of Schmoz. He lives in the castle in Green Gem City. It's said that if he grants you an audience, he will honor any request.
Well, that's encouraging, I think.
Of course, it's a long journey, fraught with peril.
Fraught.
So fraught. Like fraught.
But it's a straightforward trek. Just follow the lemon-colored lane.
That is a terrible name. What are these perils we'll be facing?
Oh, perilous ones.
Let me guess. Treacherously perilous.
And perilously treacherous.
I'm gonna need something specific.
There's all sorts of weird little beasties, for starters, and poppy fields that'll make you fall asleep and forget your name. Not to mention shifters.
But the most perilous of perils is the evil enchantress of over there. From what I hear, she's so evil that she puts her sister to shame.
Makes her look like the mildly dyspeptic enchantress of over here by comparison.
Even if you make it past all the aforementioned perils, you'll have to face the castle guards. Be warned, it is almost impossible to get past them.
Why? Are they fearsome?
Nah, they're idiots. They'll waste your time with pointless conversation. I hear one of them even has narcolepsy.
Valentine? Let's get the firewall out of here.
Right. Thank you, good shifters. You have been almost helpful. Sort of. We'll be on our way.
Follow the lemon-colored lane!
Hold on. Valentine, where's your hat?
Must have blown off in the tornado. I'm supposed to have it for some reason. Oi, evil enchantress, mind if I borrow your hat?
Well, it's not like I'm going to need it.
Not a bad fit. Well, Fred, we're off to see the magician. We're off to see the magician, the excellent magician of Schmoz.
Wow. Valentine singing a tune? Willingly? This feels ominous.
Oh, I don't know. There's just something about this world, you know? The air's fresh. The sun on my skin feels just right. My feet should be aching from all this walking, but the further we go, the better I feel. What's that about?
We've traveled to an idealized fantasy world that's ripped off of the Wizard of Oz, and the air is probably magical Molly?
It could be it. Well, don't care. All I know is that I started the day with a million aches and pains, and now it's like everything I worried about back home has just fallen away. Fred, is this what happiness feels like?
No, it's what drugs feel like. Valentine, remember what Anne told us. You can't get lost in this story. You need to hang on to your memories.
Don't wanna.
Valentine!
Can't make me. Ah! What was that?
My ear studs build up a static charge. Great for boosting Wi-Fi and delivering small shocks to delusional man babies.
Well, next time just kick me or something, yeah?
Will do.
What the hell's is going on over there?
I think it's the rest of our team. They're being attacked by giant hairy birds. Ugh, I can't believe I had to say that.
Those aren't birds. I think they're flying monkeys.
Oh, thank the gods.
Oi, you bloody gliding gorillas! Get away from my friends!
Caw.
My arm! Those soaring simians took my arm and an ear.
Ha! They couldn't penetrate my metal exterior.
I tried to hide behind this rock, but they kept screaming and cawing and hurling stuff at me.
I'm so glad we found you.
It's good to be found, young miss. Are you envoys of the magician?
As I anticipated, word of our quest has already reached Green Gem Castle. The magician himself has sent us an escort.
I feel so much better. It's scary out here.
Fred?
It's what Anne warned us about. They're caught up in the story.
Should we shock them with the old ear stud?
I think they've gotten too deep into their characters. Let's go with it for now and make sure they don't get into any more trouble. Greetings! The excellent magician of Schmoz has heard that you were on your way and sent us to bring you to the castle. I am Threadripper.
And I'm Dorothy. Valentine. Probably.
Greetings, Threadripper and Valentine, probably. I am the mannequin.
I'm the brass man. I'm made of metal.
No, you're not.
Does this sound like flesh to you?
Yes, that's exactly what flesh sounds like.
Quality workmanship, straight from the Schmoz foundry.
And I'm the bravest ferret in the land. Or I will be once I see the magician.
Oh, you're gonna ask the magician for courage.
Yes! I hear he grants whatever you ask.
So that means that the brass man wants a heart and the mannequin wants a brain.
I would also like my arm back.
Wait, does this mean I'm the little dog? Great.
If you don't mind me asking, what were those creatures we ran off?
The aerial apes? I'm surprised you don't know of them. They are the foot soldiers, or wing soldiers, of the evil enchantress of over there.
They usually don't bother travelers, but the enchantress is super mad about her sister.
Did her sister forget her birthday or something? Iris hates it when people do that to her.
No! Well, maybe. But the enchantress is mad because a pair of criminals killed her sister and stole her hat. Surely the news has reached Green Gem City.
It's all we talk about in the cafes and public squares and so forth.
This place was already scary, but now it's terrifying.
The good news is that we're here to make sure you get to the magician in one piece. I, Finn Valentine, designated hero Schmoz, guarantee your safety. Now, we march onward to Green Gem Castle.
Follow the
whimsical
lane.
Oh boy.
You have been listening to The Graveyard Tapes, Blorp 2, The Excellent Magician of Schmoz, Part 1. Written by Aidan Morgan. Edited by Dustin Gray, Angela Dumoulin, Nikki Ewart, and Rick the Whitebird. Produced by Brianna G. Featuring Chase Hunter as Valentine, Rick the Whitebird as Threadripper, Angela Dumoulin as Anne and Zero Day, Caitlin Sinnott as Riza, Taylor Tuttle as GD, Brianna Jean as Shifter 1, Brian Herdlow as Shifter 2, and Emily Anderson as Shifter 3, Erica LG as Sycorax, Rick the Whitebird as Julia Gold, and Aidan Morgan as Blorp